Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in. I was drawn to the T deck, or one of the T decks this morning, so I do know this might get a little bit outlandish, might be a little bit wild of a story. Normally it is with these types of decks. I could be wrong, but normally there's a bit of drama. If these drama type readings are not your favorite, you can always hop back in time to any one of the readings that kind of call out to you and hop in there, okay? So let's hop in. For those of you who are interested in a little bit of the tea and the drama, let's see what we've got. We're starting out strong with smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. Adventure awaits. Protective shell. Okay, you know, I get this testing type of energy. It's like they're testing you to see how much you can handle, or if you truly would like them for them. I feel like they're showing you the more outlandish parts of themselves, or the more it's like all the flaws. It's like they're getting them out there first. It's like, because if you can handle all those, then you'll like the tamed part of them. You'll like the quiet part of them, or the reserved part of them. It's like if they get everything out on the table that maybe they feel like people might not like, the less lovable parts of themselves, then they'll know that they can trust you with the other parts, right? I feel like this is coming from someone who maybe should have taken a little bit longer of a time to do the healing work, but instead decided not to miss an opportunity with you, collective. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I do feel like this person has a protective shell over their softer parts, or that was the way they maneuvered before. And it's like when people got to those softer parts, it's like maybe that's where they fumbled. It's like they tried to show all of their perfection out first, and I feel like that wasn't working. It's like, because when they started to show the very normal, the very beautifully flawed parts of themselves, people weren't very receptive of that, right? They felt like they were being duped or fooled, right? So now this person's like, well, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to show all of my less lovable parts first. But I feel like if you can get past that, this person is a lot of fun. I hear a life's worth of adventures awaits with this person. So it's like, I don't feel like it has anything to do with their approach as to how this is actually going to go, right? I almost kind of feel like this is more of a fate. It's like when the right person comes along, the person that's going to love you, flaws and all, it's not going to matter what your flaws are, right? They're going to accept you and those together. So I just kind of feel like they're just trying a different way. So you might be a little confused in the beginning. Wow, everything's kind of falling out here. You might be a little confused in the beginning by their behavior, or the way that they're, yeah, they might put some distance there, keep it real quiet. It's like, to see if you're really interested, you'll stick around a little bit. I almost kind of feel like it might get to the point where you're a little frustrated with this person. Like, I hear enough with the games already. It's like, just show me you. It's like all of it. Like, I don't know, you may catch this person's game and just be like, look, I really like you. I would like to see all of you. It's like, you know, it's like, let them know that you're kind of onto their game, or how they're maneuvering, right? I feel like, and then they can just maybe feel free to be themselves. Because I feel like it's going to get a little annoying before, yeah. I feel like they're really intrigued. I feel like you might be intrigued by them as well. But I just feel like there's some type of annoyance here. Yeah, the hidden agenda. That's what it is. It's like, yeah, this push and pull. They're going about it in a very unhealed or toxic way. But like I said, I feel like you easily uncover the truth of it. It's like you see right through it. I feel like maybe because you've experienced these types of feelings before and you can almost pinpoint it in someone else, right? It's like once you've done the healing work and you're past that energy, um, I don't know if this person is hiding from you who they are. It's like I see something along the lines of, yeah, they're creating unspoken tension too, a pathway to the unknown. I feel like you're both on this pathway. You just don't know what the other is going to do. I almost kind of feel like this vehicle here, that's what I was kind of seeing before I laid this card down. It's like I don't know if they decide to pick you up in their work vehicle. It's like these are the types of things I'm seeing. It's like they pick you up in their work vehicle, and I feel like it's pretty beat up, right? And they see how you react to that if they take you out to eat, the type of place that they take you to. Maybe it's not like the most expensive, but they're just getting to know you, right? So they want to know if you're that type of person that cares all that much about how much they have, right? They're testing you. They're like, I hear brake checking you. It's like, but with everything they do. And I feel like I get it. This is a person who's, had a hard time trusting because they've experienced people who are, it's like they have a lot to offer, but I feel like they're afraid that you're going to use them for what they have, right? I just kind of feel like there's something, yeah, there are different motives as to why they're doing what they're doing. I don't know. I almost kind of get the feeling that you might actually like this person for being this really laid back, not worried about what it appears to everyone else. I almost kind of feel like they might be showing you a person that is actually not themselves. Like they might be a little uptight. They might be worried about what they have, but the act that they're almost playing is someone who doesn't. It's like someone who's just there to live and have the experience. I almost kind of feel like you might get a little upset with this person when it all comes out. They're like, oh, by the way, then they come pick you up in a fancy car and take you to a fancy restaurant. And you're like, what happened to my really laid back, fun, let's go for a picnic in the park type of person, right? I don't know. I almost kind of feel like they're kind of digging a hole in a way for themselves. It's like, and maybe it's not who they are, but not who they normally show themselves to be. It's like you're the experiment one. You're the experimental one that they're willing to try this different thought process with. And I almost kind of feel like it's kind of mucking it up a little bit in the beginning because I feel like I don't know, it's just the picture that's being painted here for me. Kind of it you might be a little annoyed at this person when it's like they put it all out there. It's like, well, now I can really take you out these fancy places, and it's like, well, you know, you're kind of showing me bits and pieces of like it's like I don't know if it's like almost kind of snobby or almost kind of like super uppity, and I feel like maybe you're like, well, that kind of is so the opposite of what you were showing me. And it's like, I actually kind of liked the person in the beginning, right? Um, it's like, I don't know, the person that takes you out in the old pickup truck and goes mudding or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. And then it's like, oh, we'll take you to a fancy upscale restaurant. And then, I don't know. It feels so different that I feel like I almost kind of feel like this is the person that they would be if nobody cared. It's like that's what they're showing you. They're almost, even if they don't think so, showing you a very genuine part of themselves. It's like that they actually would enjoy if they felt like people would accept them for living that lifestyle, even though they have. Does that make sense? That's almost what I'm getting here. Yeah, they may have a touch of control issues pretending to be fine. After you kind of say something to this person or bring it up to this person that they kind of lied about who they were, right? They may pretend to be fine about the fact, or maybe even allow you to take a couple of steps in another direction before they come back in and try and fix it. Um, I feel like they're looking at that shared experience, and it's like, and maybe looking at who they actually are. It might actually help them see themselves more clearly. You might be crossing paths. Now, this might have been a past experience. You might be crossing paths with this person. They might have grown a lot through this experience. I hear it was meant to teach them something, you know? I feel like what they did learn out of the experience when it comes to you is that you were a safe place to be whoever they were going to be. You would have been, they would have felt safe in your energy showing that. I feel like that shared experience was really important. We have past life echoes, so I feel like, this might have been a while ago. There might be a confession coming as well. Yeah, about the mind games. That's what they were doing. They were playing mind games. They were confusing you, and I feel like at the same time confusing themselves. I feel like they were just trying to get to the bottom of it. It's like, are you the right type of person I can trust? And I feel like the answer was yes, but the way they went about it kind of broke everything down. Yeah, you almost felt double crossed, right? Like they lied, like they cheated you out of, it's like you were giving your truth while they were pushing a lie, right? This person may be coming back in trying to bridge the gap, heal the differences. There was challenges here, and I feel like, yeah, shocking discovery. I feel like this person is a mixture of both people. The one that they are every day feels like the mask that they wear. And maybe they have to in business, or I don't know if they're around people who, have that. I wanted to say who live the fakery. It's like that's the way they live. So I don't know if they rub elbows with those type of people. So they've donned the mask, and that's part of normal every day, right? And then with you, they were a part of themselves that they'd love to be, had they not have all the pressure of where they normally are. Does that make sense? And I feel like this gap, I feel like this person was kind of, it's either one or the other. And they didn't know that they could be all facets, right? I feel like you really helped this person grow into themselves and who they are fully, if that makes sense. There may have been some silent resentment after this kind of broke down. Now look, now we have joint evolution. This person might be asking you out again. This person, now, if all this hasn't happened yet, this might be something that kind of comes in. You might not hear from this person for a while, and then you bump back into this person somewhere in the future, and maybe it's like they're almost kind of proposing that maybe the two of you could move together or give it another try. It's like, I do feel like they'll apologize for making you feel the way that they did. I feel like it wasn't truly their intention. It's just that they didn't trust anybody. They needed healing, right? They came to you before they were ready for something true, ready for the experience. But I feel like the experience is something that they needed to have to actually step into a full version of self, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so please forgive me if I am. The message is just gossip may have spread about this person. Spreading positivity. It's funny, we have spreading gossip, spreading positivity. I feel like both of this kind of came with the energy. It's like you were kind of showing this person that it was okay to just be whoever they are, and you were so easily going with the flow of who this person was showing you they were, that the fact that you were upset about who they actually walk through this life being every day, I feel like really kind of hit home for this person. They may have told a lot of people how they messed it up. There may have been a lot of gossip spreading around, but I feel like they told the truth. It's like, I really ruined something that was probably potentially really good for me, because of the way that I maneuvered through this situation. Yeah, you gave them a new perspective. It may have really changed some group dynamics. You know, even some of the people they may have confided in, if they wore any type of mask at all with those people, that group may have decided to drop the masks with each other and just be like, it's like they knew each other, but now they really actually know each other, right? I don't know if it just helped change that dynamic. I feel like this person was really down and maybe they actually showed their true self and it's like what they were going through. That moment of vulnerability maybe changed the dynamics in that group and allowed the others to actually show their vulnerable selves as well, which in this particular group would have been just who they actually are. That was being vulnerable, right? Um, that might be something unexpected that you when you meet back up with this person, because I feel like it's going to happen. And what you do with it is always entirely up to you, collective. Like I said, I'm just the reader. I just let you know what is coming or what spirit says is coming. So you can make a well-informed decision about what you want for yourself. But it's not going to stop the fact that this is coming in for you if this is your story, right? So it'll come, but you'll decide how you want to deal with it. I feel like that news, like they might tell you how it really improved their life by really having that opportunity to kind of become who they actually are without worrying about what everybody thinks, right? Loyal or not. Yeah, look, someone was testing your loyalty. That's exactly what this was. Testing you as a person. Yeah, they were dealing with all their inner conflict. This is just spirit on deck saying, you know, the energy here was somebody dealing with their insecurities, right? Family ties. Now, it may be something that they learned growing up. If they grow up in a certain environment, everybody was maybe meant to. I heard, "Hurry up! You better dry those tears before someone sees them." It's like they'll use them against you. So it's like learned, learned the way this person kind of had moved through the world. I feel like they thought everyone else did too. Right. And then they came across you and collective, you're genuine, right? You're like, it's okay if you're not perfect. I'm not perfect either. And I hear the whole crowd go, right? And it's like, that's not what they're used to, right? That wasn't the energy that they're used to. It's so funny. I heard a whole theater just gasp and it's like in shock and horror, right? Um, it's like, how dare you show your innermost self out there and be comfortable with it, right? Yeah, look, unfiltered truth. I love this. Spirit is so funny. I love the way that this is coming through. Yeah, it was a karmic lesson. That person truly needed that. You needed to stir something up within this person so they could find their truth and live a happier life, a freer life, not stuck in this loop, right? So it's like really what this person is actually starting to do for their family line is clear their karma. It's that the curse breaker, the generational curse breaker in their family. You help this person to start that. I wanted to say the new evolution of the line going forward. It's that big, right? You may think, well, wow, that was a really annoying situation, or this person wasn't showing me the truth of themselves. But I feel like if you knew the story behind it and what spirit actually needed you to help this person do, you'd be wowed. I mean, there's so much more behind it. To you, it just looks like an annoyance. It's like, why didn't that person just feel okay enough to be themselves? That's why. There was so much bigger of a purpose for this than you could see just from what you were experiencing. Yeah, it may have looked like mixed signals. It may have left you overthinking. It's like something's not right here. It's like things don't add up. You may have thought that maybe the people around them were just a bad influence on them. I feel like everybody was playing their own roles. The people around them were just trying to, like this person, wear the mask and protect themselves from the truth. Yeah, ego check. It helped them get their ego in check as well. It's like, I feel like it was a blow to their ego when they showed you this very polished, masked version of themselves that they thought is what everybody was so interested in. I feel like it really helped them get their ego in check when you were like, well, you know, I'm really not interested in that type of person. I feel like they were shocked. Like, what do you mean? It's like everybody looks for this, but I feel like not you. It's like you were showing me the truth before, and maybe they didn't realize they were showing you the truth of who they actually felt like they were on the inside. It's like they were genuine with you from the start, and then all of a sudden they switch it up and show you a mask. That's almost what it might have looked like to you, collective. It's like this person takes you out fishing, or I'm seeing different things. It's like they've got an old canoe that they take you out in, right? And it's like all the while they're keeping the sports car at home, or they're keeping it's like they're using the work truck to take you out places. And I feel like you were totally happy and content with that. I feel like because you're not that type of person. That's the whole story behind this. Um, yeah, it's so complicated, but I feel like this is what it looks like. Very strange. I feel like it changes the whole inner circle. I feel like it changes the way they see their family. It changes the way they react to certain things. I feel like all of this was just for the betterment of their family line going forward, for the healing of that. And I feel like it all starts with this one person. They decided to change the way that they move, and to a certain extent, not care about what people think. It's like really adopting their authenticity. And yeah, look, and exposing that in public. It's like who you are in private is actually who you are in public. And I feel like that was an inspiration to this person. I hear, why can't I do that? I don't know if this person comes from a very, I hear, affluent background, or a very posh lifestyle, something I hear, luxurious. Like, I don't know to the level, right? But I feel like there was a difference here. But I feel like what they noticed is that you were living a happier quality of life than they were. It's like they had a lot, but they didn't have what you had. And you were happy with just what you were getting, right? Their time, their attention, that was enough, right? They didn't need the dollar bills. They didn't need the fancy restaurants. They didn't need the fancy cars, the joy rides there, or showing up on the strip looking this way or that way. It's like you were happy with the picnic in the park, or sitting next to each other laughing, maybe cuddled up watching a movie, right? It's like you were happy with just those moments where the two of you were actually getting to know each other. I feel like that's the difference here. Yeah, that was the hidden truth. I feel like it's going to be fully revealed, and this person may be telling you or thanking you in the future, if it's not now. I feel like for some of you, this is past. This is all a timeline thing. I feel like a lot of times when I do these general readings for the collective, you could be any person in the reading. You could be anywhere in the energy as well. It's all timeline. You know, we're all getting to things at a different time. It doesn't make it wrong. It just simply makes it what it is, right? So you'll have to decide where you are, what part of this resonates with you. You might be looking back at a situation and think, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's why this person was like, I keep hearing break checking you. It's like, are you going to stop now? Are you going to stop now? It's like, are you going to stop dealing with me when I show you this facet of myself, or that facet of myself? And I feel like it's all trauma from living that masked lifestyle with other people who also live that masked lifestyle. Does that make sense? Is there anything else? Yeah, a circle of drama. That's what this person was living in. And I feel like you were refreshing. You really did change this person's life, or you really will change this person's life. Collective, I kind of love it for you. I'm sorry that it gets a little frustrating for you, but I feel like there's so much more to the story, and Spirit is really utilizing you in an amazing way, really. Yeah, that's the real story. Wow. it's a silent understanding that Spirit is trying to give you, so you feel comfortable with the experience, and you know that it didn't have anything to do with who you are or the way you were showing up. There was nothing wrong about it. In fact, it was everything right. I love that. Yeah, Spirit's saying trust in the process. There are bigger things. There are bigger hands in the mix. Spirit's hands are in the mix. There are, I hear, bigger fish to fry, right? Is what they were trying to do. They utilized you in a really amazing way. I feel like you kind of helped this person realize what their unspoken desire actually was, and that was to be more authentic. I feel like it wasn't realized until you came along. You helped them see with clarity who they actually wanted to be, what type of life they actually wanted to live. It's like they may have nice things, but they don't have to lead with that. They don't have to lead with their wallet. To find a real connection, like a true connection, has nothing to do with what you have. It has everything to do with who you are. And I feel like that was a really big lesson that this person may have gotten to later in life because of the way that they were raised, because of the lifestyle that they led, right? There was just, yeah. I feel like Spirit is saying you don't have to look at this person as if they were being two-faced, because the silent understanding is that there were bigger things that needed to happen here. Okay, I feel like I'm repeating. Okay, so sorry. I'm going to pull this aside. Really interesting. I do feel like this person may actually be coming back around. They may actually want to get together with you, just maybe give it another try, but I feel like it comes with an apology. It comes with a truth spoken. I am seeing something from another deck that I was actually going to use today. It's like, I keep saying a Gollum card, and that's a friend that acts on your behalf. And I feel like this person realized that they found a friend in you. And they're acting on your behalf. They're coming back in. They want to, they may be looking you up. They may be, it's like, I don't know if they took the time to heal. For some, like I said, they're coming in now. For some, you've just gone through this situation and it was really confusing and you didn't understand what the heck was going on. So Spirit was trying to give you that understanding. For others, you're stepping into something like this, but just know that there is a bigger purpose, right? I feel like for those of you who are stepping into this where it hasn't happened yet, I want to say you're probably one of Spirit's bigger warriors, because I feel like you'd be stepping into this knowing what the future holds and doing it anyway, because knowing Spirit needs you to kind of fill that role, right? So I do kind of feel like if that's the case and it hasn't happened yet and you do start to recognize it as you're going through it, I feel like, you're doing that for a reason. You actively volunteer in spirit and in the physical because you're aware of where it's going, right? Does that make sense? All right. Yeah, Spirit said, I keep hearing bigger fish to fry, bigger fish to fry. It's like, it's all for grand purpose. I mean, isn't it amazing to know that you can actually help someone change the whole route of their future family going forward? That's what's at stake here. And I hear those souls up ahead with that changed energy have big things to do as well. So you're setting the stage for a whole family to move forward into the future in new energy. It's like, and it spreads out, it spiderwebs out over generations. It's like they do different things because of this changed energy. It's like, I'm seeing a chessboard, and it's like, and I hear checkmate, and it's like getting to that point where it's like Spirit playing the long game. Does that make sense? That's what I'm hearing. It's like playing the long game. Really interesting. All right, we're going to hop in your initials, their initials, and any other messages that may come through here. We have one standing up, and this happens a lot. It's the letter U. And I want to say, collective, you are the key player. You're the key ingredient in this situation. Really interesting energy here. this may happen, like the storyline itself may be a little different, but it may have the same effect. It's like, for some of you, it's not that exact story, right? It's like, but you may find bits and pieces of it out there. Just know that if you've sensed different pieces that you've gone through, you can apply it to that point in Spirit saying, now you have the silent understanding of what that was for and how it's aiding this person grow, and then how it's going to affect generations coming from them, right? So grander purpose. And I feel like you can be happy about that. I feel like I'm talking to souls who are like, wow, that's really wild to think of it that way, but that's the truth of it. That's what Spirit's trying to say is the truth of it. Okay. All right. Like I said, your initials, their initials. That L didn't want to flip over, gave a bit of a hard time. So your person could have an L, first, middle, last name. For some, not all, for sure. I heard M or W. What are you? A D. Okay. And it might be on all different levels too, for the people that you have these experiences with. It's like they may have been testing you in different ways, but I feel like I said, it doesn't have to be in this very grand way, but I do feel like, yeah, Spirit's trying to show you how that applies. Let me take a sip. This energy is so strong that I feel like I have to just keep repeating the message. See if I can ground myself down a little bit. I'm hearing something about star family or soul star family. And I feel like that has something to do with where your soul is birthed from. Big energy. I hear big cosmic energy. So I hear there's a lot more at stake than you can imagine. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than you could actually imagine, how it's spider webs and how things connect. Yeah, I heard it's, you know, I heard micro to macro, right? It's like Spirit has the huge picture of everything going on, and you're just seeing like a fraction of it, or a small facet of it is what I hear. I heard something about the divine child, and when they say things like that, I know it's talking about those who incarnate here for a purpose. So Earth Angels, what are they called? I hear soul star. So it's like, I'm hearing different things like different star being races as well. And there were more like, like Atlantean. I'm seeing another one with an A, and it's stars. It's star system. I'm seeing star maps. So it's really big energy going on here. I don't know if someone out there now is like exploring, or maybe has had some idea of where their soul is birthed from. And I'm seeing two split. Okay, so they're giving me a whole lot about, it was almost like twin soul energy, and I hear birthed in pairs. So it's like, what star system your souls were birthed in a pair, of course, because the pair would be, I do feel like everybody has a twin soul. Now, are they all incarnated together? No, but you are birthed in pairs. Those two souls sing a very similar soul song, or vibrate at a very similar song level or vibration level. Oh my gosh, this is big energy. So yeah, I'm hearing the only one that can tell the two of you apart, with, if your eyes were closed, Spirit would be the only one that could tell your souls apart. They vibrate that close together. It's like not even a half of a note difference between your soul and your twin souls. Like I said, not all incarnate at the same time. Some guide from the other side as a guide. They stay on as a soul guide, right? As you go through different lessons. I feel like this is all about incarnation and bigger purpose, grander purpose. So it's funny to me how we get the most tea type of energy. It's like if you take all the spirituality out of it, it just looks like a weird, awkward situation, right? But then you sit the spirituality on top of it, and it's so much bigger than that. So it's like what we see, what our eyes see, and then what our soul understands are, same experience, just two totally different things. I heard face the magic. It's like spirits trying to help you see that there's so much more to all these experiences. I heard, yeah, magic at its finest. It's really wild energy. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Wow. You know how I said very, very similar, yet different? We have two shells here. Made of the same stuff. They look different, but they're made of the same thing. And then we have the bat here, which is silent communication back and forth. This could indicate silent communication with spirit. And then communication between you and this soul. This soul that you may have had this experience with, we did have divine counterpart energy or vibrational match type of energy come in towards the end of the reading. That might be connected to your soul's other half. So this might be for someone who has incarnated with their divine other half in this lifetime and have maybe been learning. This could be you two learning from each other. Could be something like that for some. Doesn't have to be, of course. This could just be a soulmate out there. So it's, only take what resonates, toss the rest. These are general readings, but the silent communication could be communications between you and your person vibrationally. You could be mirroring each other as well. I wanted to say clear knowing when I touched this. It's clear knowing. This person may be drawn back in your direction because they want something with you. This could be a life partner that comes back in, maybe that you had a lesson with in the past. For some, I hear it's ancient history, so this happened a while ago, and maybe everyone's healed, and this might be coming back in. For some, you haven't gotten there yet, right? It's not even happened yet. For some, it happened, and you were confused about what the purpose was that. It's like, I feel like I'm talking to someone who is feeling a bit sour about the experience. It's like, what the heck was that for? It's like, what was that for? And Spirit's trying to say, well, it's a lot bigger than you'd imagine, right? All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.